Hi, I'm Joel Nielsen, and welcome to the third edition of NCS TV 2003. The fall sports teams all kicked off their season just recently, so let's send it to Joel Griffiths for a fall sports preview.
We're going to start off the sports preview today with a look into the NCHS football team. This year, there are many high expectations for the Blue Jays, as they have 55 players out, 18 returning starters, and 18 seniors. When I asked Coach Gruber how he thought practices and scrimmaging had gone so far, he stated, "We feel like we have improved since the start of the season, but we have been held up a great deal by some injuries and illness in the last week. Right now, we think we will have everybody back by the opener, but that could still change." Coach Gruber said the team had one main goal this year, and that was to be playing in and winning the state championship at Emporia on Thanksgiving. They opened their season tonight, September 5th, against Hill City at Travis Field.
The football season should go pretty well this year. We have a lot of people back from last year's 11-1 team, and I'm really excited for this year.
Practice has been going pretty good this week, and we've been doing pretty well. We got a lot of people back. Nobody's hurt. We're really looking forward to Friday night's game.
The Norton cross country team, consisting of 12 boys and 6 girls, began their season Thursday, September 4th in Norton. Overall, the boys took second with Logan Kieswetter coming in 6th, Derek Volgamore in 7th, and James Annan in 10th. For the girls, Jessica Nielsen placed 3rd, Amber Overlease placed 5th, and Amy Myers placed 14th. I recently had the chance to ask head coach Dayton Hager how practices had been going and what his goals were for the season. He said, "We have been running well, but it is very early in the year. We look to place as a boys team in a lot of the meets this year and improve every week with the girls. We would like to go to state as a team."
Cross country's going great. We got a great varsity team. We've got strong leaders like Derek Volgamore, and we got a good upcoming freshman like Little Kieswetter. Should be a great year.
All of us here at NCS TV would like to wish both the football and cross country teams good luck on their season.
And now we'll send it to Curtis Black for an NCS TV commercial break.
This year's magazine sales have got off to a start this year, and this year's juniors are off to a great start. But can they repeat the feat of last year's seniors?
But I'm getting closer to the prize at the end of the rope.
As you can see, we've got some new additions being added onto our school. So I dug down deep for some serious investigation with our very own Mr. Stoll. Here's what went down. What you're viewing now is a pavilion structure in the covered walkway. Now, the school decided to add this for a more accessible and easy to find entrance to the school, because visitors were always having a problem with finding the front of the school. The other half of the renovation includes this parking lot, and don't get all smart with me and say this isn't a parking lot, because eventually in a few weeks this will be. And simply this just adds for increased parking. Now that you've seen the physical evidence of both structures, we're going to talk about how the project was funded. What's special about this is that we got this through a grant called the Tansel Grant. And each project is free of taxpayer money. Each was also $38,000 to fund. Garrett's received the overall bid for the pavilion and walkway, but subletted the construction to Nelson's Brothers, but will still do the electrical work for the lighting. Nelson's then subletted the brickwork around the post to Rudolph's Masonry. The parking lot will be built and completed by Scotty Evans. Well, now you know the lowdown to all the new additions to our school. And it appears to me as though the last grain of sand has slipped to the bottom of the hourglass, so that means it's time for me to send it back to Joel Nielsen.
Thanks, Kevin. If you haven't already forgotten, 3 weeks ago you were enjoying the balmy bliss of summer. So for a summer update, let's send it to Jared Foley.
Thanks, Joel. Well, the times of summer are officially over. Now let's see what some of your fellow classmates thought.
This summer I mowed lawns and went to weightlifting.
We do many things during the summer, such as fishing, camping, hiking, stuff like that, you know. We had an awesome time.
Collect rocks.
Collect rocks, display them, show at the library, and show them to our little brothers.
Yeah. And we also read a lot together, too.
This summer I worked 2 jobs and played baseball.
Well, that was interesting. Now let's see what else went on in the world.
On July 4th, Kobe Bryant was arrested for a felony sexual assault against a 19-year-old Colorado woman. Bryant admitted to adultery but claimed he did not sexually assault the woman. Kobe is free on bail and has a preliminary hearing on October 9th. The trial could very well stretch throughout the upcoming NBA season. In the political world, California has decided to have a recall election. One of the main frontrunners to win the election is movie star Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold promises economic recovery and taking care of the budget crisis.
Thanks, Jared. And now let's send it to Cody for a scary NCS TV segment.
Did you know more than 1 in 10 Americans is thought to have a phobia about something specific, and it usually appears first in adolescence or adulthood. Most specific phobias in adults do not go away on their own, in contrast to those suffered by children that generally disappear over time. Specific phobias often develop after a traumatic event. The Surgeon General's report says that about 8% of adults suffer from one or more specific phobias, the most common being animals, insects, heights, elevators, flying, automobile driving, water, storms, and blood or injections. And now let's see what some of the students and faculty at NCHS are afraid of. What are you scared of, Chuck?
I hate sharks.
What I'm scared of? Donkeys.
I'm scared of everybody. Mrs. Scott and Mrs. Cochran, all teachers from scare me.
My biggest fear is walking down a dark alley alone at night.
My biggest fear is Care Bears.
Oh, I'm deathly scared of grasshoppers ever since I was a little kid.
What are you ladies scared of?
We're scared of being on TV.
Derek, what are you scared of? Well, I have a nauseating fear of rabbits.
My greatest fear is being buried alive.
Okay, I have arachnophobia.
Mr. Joker, what are you afraid of?
Heights, real high heights.
I have been identified as a germ-ophobic.
And this has been Cody Moreland reporting for NCS TV. And now, back to Joel.
That's it for this week's edition of NCS TV News. From Joel Nielsen and the rest of the NCS TV staff, thanks for watching and see you next week.
I'm getting closer to the prize at the